I started my business, an ecom brand, last year after my company laid off a bunch of people. I still work there, but I wanted to start something on the side for security. I work hard on it, and the business has been progressing, and I've even taken some money out of it to go on a vacation with the family. The problem is my wife seems to resent any time I spend on the business. Oh. Should I stop doing it? I feel like I can't work on it less and maintain the momentum.
Did she go on vacation?
Oh, man. That's what I say to my wife. But I feel like this is one where I'm like, I don't know if we should
I don't
answer
mean to
this
sound like an asshole, but sit down and have a real relationship conversation. Like, you have to be aligned with
You did say she
with
seems
whoever
to resent
you're
it.
married
But what
to.
if she just says, yeah, I resent it? Then do you stop?
That's
tough. Why? I mean, dig deeper on that answer.
If she's just like, yeah, you're not with the family. You're like not spending your time with the family.
Yeah.
You go, want me to be, I'll try and be the proxy for the wife here. All right, let me get in the wife's zone.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're just not spending your time with your family. You're spending all your time working.
Okay, then why? Like, he has to explain. This is like marital counseling at this point.
I know.
Why is he doing it, right? And I would think the answer, there are people that work a lot to get away from their families. Yeah. I have seen that, right? So if that's the North Star for that guy, then yeah, that's a problem.
We're only getting his explanation here, of course. It doesn't sound like that's what he's saying.
And I don't think it probably is, but there are people like that. So if his response is to better the family and like better their lives, that's why he's doing it right now.
Yeah.
Then that's a good answer. And I think they've got to figure out a way to align on
that.
For sure.
To throw her some bail, because I'm pretty much on your side here, throw her some bail. She may not have agreed that this was the best way for them to better the family. Yeah. Like, she's like, well, I didn't agree that this is the way that we need to do financial security. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't agree that you should do this because you might get laid off from your job. Like, you just started doing this. And like, now I have to put the kids to bed every night or whatever it is that she's like upset about. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is some conversation.
This is more like relationship than business.
This whole episode is these ones that people sent that I'm like, I don't know, like it's just mindset, I
Life
guess.
advice.
Yeah, I guess this is important. This is huge because you need.
Let me ask you frame a different question. Is your success as an entrepreneur limited by the willingness of your partner to like tolerate that success? Tolerate isn't the right word, but is it?
I guess at our size,
limited by like the willingness of your partner to support that success.
Yeah, I think it's directly related.
Or you're willing you're willing to get divorced.
Or you're willing, which happens as well.
Yep.
With ambition and targets and goals.
Mm-hmm.
The alignment. Everything we're doing is relationships. Whether it's on the brand side, whether it's like vendor side, whether it's product side, like it's all relationships. Mm-hmm. And if we live in a very volatile life. Based upon algorithms, the last thing you want is a volatile wife at home. You can't do like the stability of the home. That's why I find like some of the young bucks, they're like in Miami dating, doing all these things. I'm like, dude, that's a crazy life. Plus you're trying to do this shit over here on the digital side.
Yeah.
That's an even more crazy life. So you need stability in the home so that you can wake up and go do the crazy shit that we're doing. Yeah. That's a tough conversation, but that's a very real conversation because any economic growth, it's sort of like, do you want a traditional wife that sits at home? And if that's important to you, then guess what? You're probably going to have to put more work in. She has to understand that. Yeah. Or I think that's an agreement upon that they didn't have ahead of time.
Yeah.
Probably, or he's embracing the suck of building a business and he's done, but maybe she didn't really right size what the suck was going to be in her mind. Like maybe they did agree up front, but she's like, I didn't realize it meant never getting your help putting the kids to bed, never getting your help with homework, never getting your help with dinner. You know what I mean?
Dude, sit down and realign. I think it's a communication issue too.
Yep.
Like sit down and really hammer this out.
Now let me ask you this: you're in dad gang.
Yeah.
All right. And let's say that this happened to you. You were still at the job. Dad gang.
Two jobs. Yeah.
Yeah. Dad gang wasn't doing well enough yet that you could leave the job. Mm-hmm. And you're getting this sense from your wife. You sit down, realign. But dad gang's got momentum. It's like there's something here.
Yeah.
And she says, I just don't want you to do it anymore.
Oof.
I would not marry somebody like that.
That's crazy.
As hard as that sounds. Like,
people change over time. You married her a long time ago, right?
Made sure those things are good before.
Yeah. People change over time, though. Like, I guess, how many kids do you have at that point?
When we got married?
No. When at that point when you were...
one and one on the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So like,
that's a tight time. That's a tight time.
yeah, I married my,
Packing orders, pregnant.
Crazy.
yeah,
in the garage.
I married my wife 13 years ago. If this was happening to me now, like I would have thought 13 years ago, she is that kind of ride or die type person, but she's like, yeah, but we got 3 kids now. And if it means I'm never getting help at night, I'm not game anymore. You know what I mean? And I think that'd be an understandable change. Like when you say, I would just never marry a person like that. I'm like, no, different answer. What if she did say that? People can change over time from the time you can marry them to the time this happens.
Oh yeah. But I'm just speaking from personal experiences. Like I've married somebody that's like supportive of anything when it comes to like bettering yourself, bettering the relationship, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And encouraging, but
You're like Jordan Peterson, doing the Jordan Peterson. I'd never be in that situation.
no,
Yeah.
it is true because I don't know. It's like, I think sometimes couples just need to sit down and like hammer out his reason for doing it and her reason for not enjoying it. And then find some sort of solution around that, because we don't know the like kid scenario or where they're at with.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know any of this. I'm projecting.
Or you could just have a hater wife.
This is why I'm asking.
Which is true. Those exist.
seen that.
Those exist.
This is why I'm asking. I think people avoid that conversation because they're afraid of the answer they're going to get.
Yeah.
So I think if he's avoiding the conversation, it's because he's afraid she's going to be like, yeah, I know we said this, but it's just too much and I need you to step back.
Which is also
And
real.
he doesn't want to.
I'd rather chat than just build tension. Like
Yeah.
that's all you do by avoiding it.
But I'm saying if he gets that answer,
It's a hard answer.
what about you? Like, would you, if you got that answer, would you have stepped back or would you have been like, no, I can't?
We just went through this.
Yeah.
We went through this from a financial standpoint. I was like, this is what we have to do. And she's like, are we good? I'm like, yeah, we're good, but it's gonna suck. And she's like, all right. If she would have said don't, I would have been like, well, I'm not doing it. Because that was the agreement of like,
Yeah.
I don't need her to understand why. I need her to have trust. And if she didn't have the trust that it was going to benefit the family, then I think I would be like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
That's a me problem.
I think that
This guy shouldn't keep like living in this state.
Oh yeah. For the family side.
he said,
Yeah.
I think my wife, or no, what did he say? My wife seems to resent that any time I spend with the business. Yeah. Look,
Anytime's aggressive too. Like
Yeah.
just a little bit of focus on it.
well, probably what's going on. I'm reading between the lines. Probably what's going on is she resents any time only because he spends so much time.
Yeah.
So then it's like, even if he's got to do something quick, she's like,
Here he goes
Dude,
again.
this is like an agree upon. Like, all right, what are the hours that I do get?
maybe,
It's sort of like I feel
maybe that
guilty.
is, maybe he needs to have shifts.
Because
Wake up earlier.
I feel
I don't-
guilty if it's funny. Someone put it was like, I'm not going to take time away from my wife and my kid if I'm not having enough discipline to get my shit done. And like when you frame it that way, it was like, if I don't get to the gym in the morning, I'm not going to go 4 or 5, 6 when she needs a break.
Yeah.
That shit's when you have to think about like, am I being selfish and chasing something for myself and not playing into the family unit? That's a
Yeah.
real
Yeah, there could be
question.
other stuff that he's just not saying here, but
Cool.
But I do think that what I was trying to get at with like that question, where you're just like, nope, wouldn't be in that situation. I'm like, I think before you have that sit down, you got to be ready for whatever the answer is.
Yeah, of course.
And then decide what you're going to do. Like, dude, I mean, look, I'm not saying that you should divorce your wife, but if you're like, if she says stop, I'm going to say no. And if that means we aren't married anymore, that means we aren't married anymore.
Yeah.
Then that's fine. I wouldn't do it that way. I would be like, if she said stop, then I would stop. Right. And I would say, all right, well then what is it? Like I kind of, when I made the decision to marry my wife, I decided that if she ever gets to a point where she's saying like, look, I cannot sustain like this, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. If you continue to do this, then whatever that thing is, I must stop.
Done. Yeah.
You know?
And that's the promise you guys made.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
that's what I figured when I married her, and no matter what that thing is. So that was like, even I was like, what if she told me at that time to stop running? I was a prospective Olympian, right?
Yeah.
Like, what if she told me to stop running? I don't want you to run anymore.
You'd be like heartbroken, but you stop.
That was the commitment of marriage. Luckily and my wife is kind of like this, where she will, cause I get very into things.
Yeah.
Where she's like, dude, you care about that thing more than you care about your family. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's just always on my mind. I don't care about it more than I care about my family, but it's always on my mind. And I can understand why you think that, you know? So I think I'm like, identify with this guy.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
I don't know. Do you feel like we gave him an answer? Talk to her is probably the answer. Talk to her, be ready for whatever the answer
think we
is.
give
a lot-
Decide ahead of time
I think we give a
what
lot of
you're gonna do.
scenarios. There was a lot of scenarios.
Yeah.
There's also value for people that are just like early
in relationships.
New relationships.
Look,
like gauge that as soon as you can.
for our 3 female listeners,
Yeah.
if you're marrying a motivated guy, or for our male listeners, if you're marrying somebody who is like a hustler, be warned. You know, like
There's also like actually the third option is if you have a strong marriage and a strong foundation, and all it really is she gets annoyed when you work on this side thing, then you can also grind it out, and hopefully this thing will pop for you.
Yeah.
But like you can grind out that
probably going to be even
that
if you
annoyance.
talk, it's probably going to be that.
Yeah, you can grind out that annoyance and that kind of like
Tension.
and eventually make her understand that all of that was worth it.
Yeah.
But I think first and foremost, like sit down and chat about it.
Okay. Even if you do talk, it's probably still going to be kind of some of that.
We travel a lot. That's like our thing. That's what she said. There'd be times where like, yeah, I'm so thankful that our work allows us to do this.
Yeah.
There was like those trinkets dropped. Like, I'm so thankful that what we've been working for.
Don't forget the beginning of this was I got to take a vacation because of it.
Yeah, I think that's why he framed it. He was like, it's been good. It's been good for her.
Word? Yeah,
and the first thing you said was, did she go on the vacation?
Yeah,
Which is how I always think.
Yeah.
I think, but I also am like, I'm discounting the idea that like we are able, like my wife loves Disney. We come at least once a year.
I know.
Yeah, we're big Disney, and it'll be on a moment's notice.
Like, he'd be like, yo, I'm going to be there Wednesday. I'm like, dude, what? I can't do anything.
Yeah.
I was in San Diego. You're like, should I drive down to the event? I'm like, I don't know. Dude.
Yeah,
It's not a close drive.
Then I was like, no, I'm not. I shouldn't. That's the exact kind of thing that it's like, no, you should be with your family.
Yeah, that point. I'm glad I didn't tell you to get down here. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah. So it's like they like it in the, but still, it's like, is it going to be frustrating for her when for my wife at least, when she's got to put the kids to bed by herself,
Yeah.
she's got to do dinner and homework.
He could shift things around too to like put family first a little bit more.
Yeah, you could try. Yeah, you could. Right. Yeah. Work late when they're out after they're in bed. If you how bad do you want it?
I think the dad. Does he have kids? Do we know?
No, I'm putting myself there now, but you know.
I think the dad gym schedule is super important, by the way.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
4 or 5. That's
4
your
or 5
time.
or late after everybody's in bed.
Oh my God, I read the most powerful thing yesterday. It was like, if you're going to take somebody's time, take yours.
Yeah. Yes.
And it's like, so that's not to sound like a douchey gym podcast, but that's like why I wake up at 5 every day, because I'm like, I'm not stealing their hours. I'm stealing mine. Yeah. I could have slept 2 more, but I'm just going to, I know I got to like do something active in the morning or like work on a launch in the morning. I'm not just going to like steal it from them. I'd rather just take it from myself. Yes, sacrifice some sleep, but I'd rather do that than like sacrifice a marriage.
Amen. No, you're spot on.
Back to goals, right?
Yeah.
Is your goal to build this thing no matter what, F anybody who gets in your way? Is your goal to like live a happy life is it all for your family, right? Like what is it for?
Yeah.
Your point. Yeah.